when you're ready to record audio for your animation, open up Adobe Audition, the AU icon down at the bottom of the taskbar here, or on your Launchpad, Adobe Audition. This is pretty straightforward. Once the window opens, you want to select on the top left multi-track. I will call this animation narration. Now you have here a multi-track recording window. Multi-track simply means you can record multiple tracks. So for instance, if you were singing a song here and down here you had your guitar, you could mix the two tracks independently. We're only worrying about your voice, so we're just going to be dealing with track 1. First thing you want to do is select your input. So it says default stereo input. Click that, and you should have the USB PNP sound device. That's the microphone, the USB microphone that you plugged in. If it doesn't show up, you have to go to Audio Hardware. I've already done this. And where it says default input, you'll click, and instead of the built-in microphone, select the USB PNP sound device. And then you'll click OK. And then it should show up here. Now, then you would select, and you'll see how it changes. That's the hardest part about all of this. Make sure that you're speaking at the appropriate distance to the microphone. If you're too far away, you won't hear. If you're too close, everything will be a little distorted. When you're ready to record, push the arm for record button, this little R, and you can see now that you have a wave, a sound bar here. Now if I back up from the microphone, you'll see that the wave starts to get shorter. If I'm way up close, you'll see that it starts peaking into the red. So you want to be at a distance where you don't have these red peaks and the volume is in the yellow area. Once that happens, you push this record button and you'll see that we are recording right now. These waveforms here are the images of the waves of my voice. You'll notice that the waves are kind of small. So I would like these to be a little bit more dominant, a little larger. So you may have to adjust your proximity to the microphone, do a little experimenting, and then when you hit stop, and when you play back your audio, you will hear yourself speaking. I'll put the speakers on. Waveforms here are the images of the waves of my voice. So there you go. If you're happy with how it came out, I like to double click the file and have it as just a single waveform. And you can either edit this by saying, oh, I don't want this part, I'm going to highlight it and hit delete and say OK. For instance, if you stutter or make a mistake on a certain phrase, once you have the waveform the way you like it, File, Export File, and I'm going to name this make sure you're saving it as a wave.wave, and then name it something you know what it is. Animation narration. Click OK, and you are done. Now you'll open that file, import that over to Premiere so you can put the audio underneath your video. And we may as well show you how to do that just in case. Let this load here. Offline all. And then File. Import. And then you have to select the WAV file from your list. So pay attention to where you're saving this. Mine is actually hidden in some odd place, but I won't. Oh, so for instance, let's just say this was my file. I would click import, and then you can edit. See you next time.